Have you ever wondered what life is like beyond the headlines, inside the enigmatic nation of North Korea? It's a question that has intrigued many, inviting us into the layers of this deeply isolated nation. An enigmatic world unknown to most, North Korea, also known as the DPRK, is a country that lies shrouded in myths and misconceptions. Today we'll delve deeper, peeling back the layers to explore the daily existence, culture, governance, and social structure that form the very fabric of this unique East Asian country. North Korea, a land of mystery and intrigue, is a place where time seems to have paused, creating a society with its unique characteristics and traditions. To truly comprehend the essence of North Korea, we must first navigate through the labyrinth of its daily life. A life that is remarkably different from what we're accustomed in the Western world. The day commences with the resonating melody of the loudspeaker dawn chorus, a wake-up call that echoes across towns and cities, spreading across the vast landscapes and punctuating the stillness of dawn. This unique phenomenon is emblematic of the communal ethos that is deeply entrenched in the North Korean way of life. It reverberates across the land, symbolizing the start of another day of collective endeavor. From factory workers in industrial towns to farmers toiling in the agricultural fields, each individual contributes with unwavering dedication to the state's objectives. The majority of their day is dedicated to work, personifying spirit of resilience and perseverance of the North Korean people. Despite the stringent regulations and the hardships they endure, the nation pulsates with a sense of unity and nationalistic fervor. They find joy in simple pleasures and community activities. Sports, especially football and taekwondo, are more than mere pastimes. They represent the fighting spirit of the people, providing an outlet for their relentless energy and enthusiasm. Yet life in North Korea isn't solely about labor and austerity. Cultural activities form an integral part of their society. Mass dances, a form of collective expression and solidarity, are frequently organized on national holidays. Karaoke, a popular pursuit, brings people together, offering a much-needed respite and a platform for self-expression. These activities provide glimpses of the warmth, resilience, and spirit that characterize the people of this unique nation. North Koreans also find joy in their national sports like football and taekwondo and engage in cultural activities such as mass dances and karaoke. Next, we turn to the intriguing culture of North Korea, a country that, despite its political and social complexities, has a rich and vibrant culture that demands attention. A culture that is deeply rooted in the Juche ideology, a principle of self-reliance which forms the bedrock of their societal structure. The Juche ideology is more than just a political philosophy. It's a cultural guide, an all-encompassing matrix that shapes how North Koreans view the world and their place within it. This ideology preaches self-sufficiency, strengthened by a strong sense of nationalism and a fierce loyalty towards their leaders. The impact of this philosophy is evident in every aspect of North Korean life, from their education system to their media and most notably in their arts and culture. The arts in particular play a significant role in North Korean society. They serve as an expression of national identity and a tool for promoting their unique ideology, with each piece of art carefully constructed to convey a specific message. Often this message is one of revolution and glory, of strength and resilience, reinforcing the power of the Juche ideology and glorifying the leadership. Paintings, sculptures, and other forms of visual art often depict scenes of heroic struggle, triumph over adversity, and the strength of the Korean people. Songs and stories, meanwhile, are filled with patriotic themes and glorification of the country's leaders, past and present. Even the architecture, from the towering monuments and statues to the grand public buildings, is designed to reflect the country's strength and independent spirit. Performing arts, too, a crucial part of North Korean culture, providing both entertainment and a platform for ideological instruction. Events like the Arirang Mass Games are not just mere spectacles, but powerful demonstrations of national unity, loyalty, and the strength of the Juche ideology. These grand events, a stunning blend of synchronized gymnastics, music, and dance, are more than just a display of skill and discipline. They are a testament to the spirit of North Korea, a symbol of its people's dedication, unity, and unyielding loyalty to their leaders. The Arirang Mass Games, for example, are a grand spectacle of synchronized gymnastics, music, and dance that displays national unity and loyalty. These theatrics are a mirror to the North Korean ethos, imbued with pride, resilience, and a deep-rooted love for their country. It is through these myriad forms of artistic expression that North Korea's unique culture is revealed in all its complexity and color. The governance of North Korea is an intricate tapestry of power, control, and propaganda. This nation, located on the eastern portion of the Asian continent, is a complex puzzle for the rest of the world to decipher. It stands as an enigma, wrapped and sealed in an enigmatic layer of mystery, partly due to its distinctive political structure, the hereditary dictatorship. This political system, unique in its nature, has been a significant subject of discussion and analysis among international political scholars and thinkers. The hereditary dictatorship is a form of governance where the position of the supreme is bequeathed from one generation to another, almost like an heirloom. This political system stands in stark contrast to most modern democracies, as it embraces an archaic form of governance that resembles feudal practices. At the heart of this system, reigning with an iron fist, is the current leader, Kim Jong-un. Kim Jong-un is a figure who casts a long, imposing shadow over his country. His persona, wrapped in a coat of enigma, influences every aspect of life in North Korea. From the economy to education, from the military to media, Kim's control pervasive and seemingly absolute. The government's control permeates every stratum of society. A rigorous and highly controlled education system is one of the most effective tools used by the government. There, the young minds are shaped and molded to fit the government's narrative, ensuring the continuation of the political regime. It's a carefully crafted plan where the seeds of loyalty are sown early and nurtured meticulously. However, the government's control doesn't end there. It extends to the quotidian aspects of the citizens' lives through ubiquitous surveillance. From city squares to apartment complexes, from workplaces to personal homes, surveillance cameras and informants are a constant presence. This extensive surveillance system serves as a constant reminder of the omnipotent government, maintaining a state and encouraging obedience. The all-pervasive influence of the North Korean government is so profound that it not only affects the political scene but also penetrates social and cultural norms. It has shaped the country's national identity and dictated the course of its history, with the supreme leader's wishes being treated as mandates from heaven. Living under such a system might seem unfathomable to outsiders, yet it is the only reality known to the citizens of North Korea. It's a society where individual freedom is traded for a sense of security and order, albeit one maintained by fear and rigid control. Despite the many controversies surrounding this regime, it continues to stand, revealing the resilience of its structure. The government's control is omnipresent, with a rigorous education system and ubiquitous surveillance maintaining the status quo. North Korea's social structure is marked by a rigid caste system, the Songbun. This system, deeply entrenched in North Korea's society, is a unique form of class stratification that colors every aspect of a citizen's life. From the moment of their birth, every North Korean is placed into one of three distinct categories, each carrying its own set of expectations, privileges, and limitations. These groups are commonly referred to as core, wavering, and hostile. The core group consists of those whose families have consistently demonstrated unwavering to the regime. This loyalty is often proven through acts of obedience, participation in government-sanctioned activities, and affirmation of government policies. The core group is considered the most privileged. They have the best access to education, employment, and food. This is a deliberate system put in place by the regime, effectively reinforcing the loyalty of those within the core group and further solidifying their position within society. The wavering group comprises of individuals whose family loyalty to the regime is considered uncertain. Their loyalty might have wavered in the past, or they might have family members who have acted against the regime. This group lives a life of constant scrutiny, their lives shaped by the regime's need to control and monitor their actions. Their access to resources such as education and employment is limited compared to the core group. The hostile group is made those deemed to be a threat to the regime. They have either acted against the regime or have family members who have. For these individuals, life is a struggle as they are systematically discriminated against. Their access to resources, even the most basic necessities such as food, is heavily restricted. The Songbun system is not just a means of classifying citizens, It is a powerful tool of control, a way to reward those who are loyal and punish those who are not. It is a system that shapes the very fabric of North Korean society, influencing every aspect of a citizen's life. This classification largely determines a person's access to education, employment, and even food. Finally, we explore the stark contrast between North Korea and the outside world. This fascinating journey into the heart of North Korea reveals a nation locked in a different era, far removed from the world we know. A country shrouded in secrecy and mystery, it stands as the last frontier of communism, a stark reminder of an ideology that many thought would be lost to the annals of history. North Korea is a world unto itself. Its reclusiveness makes it a subject of intrigue and speculation. Hidden behind a veil of secrecy, it is a world marked by rigid control and uniformity, where individualism is sacrificed for the sake of the collective. The government's tight grip on information coming in and out of the country ensures that the North Korean people live in a sort of informational vacuum, cut off from the global community. Despite the rapid progression of technology and the digital revolution transforming lives across the globe, North Korea stands still. The concept of a connected world, an idea that has become a reality for most nations, remains a distant dream for the people of North Korea. With the government's stringent control over media and technology, the citizens are left in the dark, devoid of exposure to global innovations. North Koreans live a lifestyle that has been virtually unchanged for decades. Their society is an echo of a time gone by, a reflection of a bygone era. They are trapped in a cycle of uniformity and control where change is perceived as a threat rather than an opportunity for progress. Contrast between North Korea and the rest of the world is striking. While the world races ahead embracing change and innovation, North Korea remains frozen in time. The citizens live in a bubble, largely ignorant of the world outside their borders. For them, life exists only within the boundaries of their nation. Yet the outside world is likewise uninformed about the realities of North Korea. Stereotypes and misconceptions abound, fueled by the lack of information and the country's reputation for secrecy. The truth of their existence is a mystery that remains hidden from the world, preserved by the nation's isolation. As we delve deeper into the heart of North Korea, we come to realize the extent of this isolation. The contrasts become more apparent, the disparities more profound. It is a surreal experience, one that sheds light on a nation living in the shadow of its own ideology. The citizens live in a bubble, largely unaware of life beyond their borders, while the world outside remains equally uninformed about their reality. To summarize, life in North Korea is a complex puzzle of state-controlled daily routines, a unique culture steeped in self-reliance and loyalty, an omnipotent governance structure, a rigid social hierarchy, and an existence largely cut off from the rest of the world. This is not merely a situation of surface-level characteristics, but it is a multifaceted and intricate lifestyle, a tapestry woven with threads of an ideology deeply rooted in their history and tradition. Every day, the lives of North Koreans revolve around a carefully orchestrated routine set by the state. The government controls work schedules, recreational activities, and even the narrative of the nation's history that is taught in schools. State-controlled media outlets are the only sources of news and information, further reinforcing the government's narrative. This controlled lifestyle is not just a political imposition, it's a normalized and largely unquestioned reality for the majority of North Korean citizens. North Korea's unique culture, a product of carefully guarded traditions and state-imposed ideologies, is marked by a deep sense of self-reliance and loyalty. The state promotes the ideology of yuche, or self-reliance, as a key national virtue. This concept is not just about economic independence, but it also inspires a sense of national unity, purpose, and pride among its citizens. In an unmistakable display of the state's pervasive influence, the social in North Korea is rigidly defined and enforced. From the ruling elite to the common worker, every citizen's place in society is determined by the state. This hierarchy, while it may seem stark and unyielding to outside observers, forms a crucial part of their societal structure. The intriguing aspect of life in North Korea is its isolation. The nation remains predominantly cut off from the rest of the world, creating an environment where information about the outside world is scarce and heavily filtered. This isolation, both self-imposed and forced upon by international sanctions, has shaped a unique landscape, far removed from the globalized world we know. Life in North Korea is, undoubtedly, a life of resilience. The hardships faced by the citizens are numerous, yet their spirit remains undeterred and is marked by a profound sense of national pride. As the world watches, speculates, and often misconstrues, the people of North Korea continue to navigate their unique existence with an unwavering resolve. Yet the question remains, what does the future hold for this enigmatic nation and its people?